Hey, Battle Bill, here with another video. Today we got that hardcore BBML in the Master League. You want a team to win with? Ignore my starting elo. I promise you this will cook at every elo range that you're chilling at. We gained a solid 100+ points with this team over like 3 sets because before this I was running some BS. I tried a little Shadow Feraligatr in Masters. I tried a little Shadow Mamoswine with Mud Slap in Masters. Henry, give me my credit. Thank you very much. Moving on, I've been trying a lot of BS in Masters for the funsies and trying to get out the videos here and there. I put out that nice little Spice Wall in Mars Shadow, and now we're going to give you a team to win with a couple days left of Master League before we get all 3 metas back. So without further ado, please drop a like, comment, a subscribe, any of the following would be greatly appreciated, supporting the content. And we're going to show you why Primarina in the back, this little double water strat, is absolutely massacring the the current, that's the C word I'm looking for, the current Master League meta. So now we've got our Palkia lined up to, big meta pick Cobalion, very common Mon that you're gonna run into. Mon, did you just rhyme Mon with Mon? Maybe, but that's not the point here. We're going to get a nice little easy GG here because, we got that low elo that we were chatting about and yapping about. We're going to run into some little suspicious Pokemon. But you know what? Depending on where you're at, you might see some. You're never seeing Cobalion in a Master League match. I'm going to stop coping. But regardless, on to the next one. We got ourselves a Landorus up against Xerneas. Much more legitimate common Master League Pokemon right here. We're chucking our Sandsear Storms. I'm debating if I want a shield or not. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Lando's a little glassy, but we can eat the Moonblast. And they haven't shielded yet. So why should I give up a shield if they haven't? Especially because, alignment is huge with something like Palkia in the back. Not Palkia, Primarina in the back line. We're able to mud shot down before they get off a move. I don't think I was supposed to be able to do that, but I'm not complaining. Regardless, they come with that Gyarados. We're gonna check a Stone Edge at it. They're gonna breath us down, and we've got the best possible wall / answer for this Gyarados in the Primarina. They then pivot to their Necrozma of the Steel variety, and we match him with the Palkia. And this match was over before it even started. We could eat a Dark Pulse, we could eat a Sunsteel Strike. Hit me with that Outrage, I dare you. You can earn that win. You run an Outrage on your goddamn Necrozma in the year 2024, as if this Pokemon's not only been around in the year of 2024. That's not the point. I'll give you your dub. You can have it well earned, fair and square. But you don't have it. We're throwing Aqua Tails. We're going to take out the Necrozma eventually. They're going to add up. The chip damage is going to be there. We're expecting their pivot. They make the pivot. We got the alignment. Our opponent's coping. They apparently can't see the writing on the wall. Shout out to Henry. If you steal from me, I'm stealing from you, motherfucker. Mother flubber. I love Henry. Henry's a homie. But that's not the point here. Point is, they're coping and we're still playing this match out. They're going mad ham, chucking these resisted goddamn Aqua Tails at our goddamn water type freaking Primarina. The Dragon Breaths are doing no damage because of our fairy typing. I decide I want to throw the Hydro Cannon just cause I'm getting a smidge too low here. We do the quick pivot. We got plenty of health. We chuck the Aqua Tail. And this is a fake close looking match because this was over from the get-go. And then they swipe out of their app because what was that delay? What are we doing here, buddy? What are we doing? Just top left, save us all some time and energy. Next match, Landorus on Togekiss. Not great, but we do want to play this out just because of the fact that one of our mons in the back are good against or okay against it, the other one not so much. We throw a Sandsear Storm and they got balls of steel, bro, because they called the hell out of that ish. We're gonna get the Stone Edge off because I'm thinking to myself, maybe this low elo they just don't know. They do know. They called the double resistant move and then shielded the nuke, bro. Props to them. I hate you so much. You have no idea, but you know what? Well done. We give credit where credit is due, but then they pivot into a Tyranitar and we're just going to stay in. They're trying to get us to swap into our Palkia so they could essentially farm it all the way down after Palkia is done dealing with the T-Tar. We're not going to let it happen. We're going to use one of our shields. They come in with the Toge, and unfortunately, we're not going to be able to get off both Hydro Cannons here. So Togekiss is still going to get a chance to do some damage to our Palkia. I am worried about them getting off any type of move, even though they're probably throwing Ancient Power or Flamethrower, so it's not something I have to be legitimate concerned about, but the charms, all that adds up. I'm almost in the yellow as it is. And then their last Pokemon is my favorite. This team's favorite to see because it's everywhere. It's so cool that Rhyperior's become so meta because this team of 3 annihilates it. Also, shout out to this weird lighting that's going on my face. It's because like I'm recording during the daytime. I don't really do that much, and the sun's kind of like on the verge of like getting close to setting, and it's coming through the window. You know, just enjoy my nice face style. It's like a temporary tattoo type beat. We catch a Sacred Fire because this madman also ended up calling our bait, which was kind of ridiculous, but also kind of like balls of steel. So we give them props. We hate them for it. Can we bail ourselves out like we did in the previous match and still win? They've got Dialga here, which our Landorus is going to love, but also so is Primarina. We got to be careful because I don't know how I'm going to deal with this Ho-Oh now because they got shields. They called the first move. The Ho-Oh is very healthy. They're getting off 2 Iron Heads here with their Dialga. That's going to put in some goddamn damage onto our Primarina, and it takes forever to charm our way to a freaking Hydro Cannon. So we're going to throw in the proper timing. When you're a 3-turn move, you want to throw 3 charms for 9 total turns into their 5-turn move of Incinerate. They get off 2. That's 10 total turns. And then we just fall short of the Hydro Cannon in hopes that, you know, they wouldn't throw their move on time. I could have done another charm there, but the charm is kind of irrelevant. We're going to land the Hydro Cannon here. We're going to take them out, but they have a shield, and their last Pokemon is Zekrom. Them running Zekrom in this day and age with Rhyperiors running galore everywhere. Shout outs to them. This entire team is very old, and also just probably not going to find a bunch of success against this current Rhyperior meta that ironically I was saying how much I love. But regardless, shout outs to them. They won the match. They were able to play that through, and the call of the freaking bait to start the match is what won it for them, because if I land that Stone Edge Lander, it's a sweep in the backline. Potatoes. Moving on to the next match. We've got ourselves Landorus up against a Primarina. We got to shield the Hydro Cannon. That ish is going to hit for some super effective damage. Then they pivot into Rhyperior. Talking about Rhyperior a lot in this video. This was one of the more interesting plays with it, swapping the Pokemon that's doing the double resisted fast move damage to my Flyer. But regardless, I want to keep Lando healthy and I don't want to use another shield. So we catch the Breaking Swipe on the Palkia. We're going to eat another one. We're going to go for the Dragon Breath farm down. And then I completely forgot what their lead was, but that's okay. The Rhyperior is gone. Oh, this is Primarina. This very low health Primarina though. So hopefully we can get off 2 Aqua Tails to take it out. We're not going to be able to, but do they have the energy? Is Landorus going to be able to Mud Shot down? We're not going to find out because they decide to pivot. We throw the Sandsear Storm. Slight misplay on my part. I should have went to Primarina probably right away, but it works itself out because they don't want us to get another Sandsear Storm off. So they throw their energy. They're basically energy dry. Really cool shields here, bro. I respect it. They're so nice to see. 2 thumbs up for your 2 shields. Enjoy them in the next match. I hope they prove valuable because they're not helping you out in this one. Top left at the end, they understand how that match is turning out. We win. On to the next one. Lando up against another fairy here. We got Zacian running the quick attack of variety because that's just like, you know, the move you want to go with these days, unless you're able to line it up against a goddamn Necrozma and, you know, chuck them snarls at the double super effective Go Psychic typing. I am like way off base. Ignore my rambling. It's whatever. We're just going to throw Sandsears and hope they don't catch on us, especially on some sort of flyer. That would be very disheartening. We play out the zeros. We get them pretty low. I think I decided to take the L here, and I'm like, you know what? Let's get a little bit of form. But then they decided to wild charge, which was great because we didn't die. They went for the snipe to make sure they, like, you know, they knew they were going to lose alignment at that point, and they wanted my Lando to still die. And now I've got their Palkia lined up with my Primarina. Doesn't get better than that. What a play by them. I was in a spot where I didn't love it, and now I really love it because my own Palkia, as you'll notice, is not running Spatial Rend, which definitely has its issues from time to time, but there are times landing the Draco is fantastic, and you also can't Elite TM to get Spatial Rend, so we got to make do with what we got because Palkia is just such a good mon. You're not going to not run it just because you don't have Spatial Rend. Their last Pokemon is Rhyperior, and this, again, is what we love to see. Your Rhyperior's got like no play into our team. Its best bet is against a Primarina, and it's still got to land its Nuke of Rock Wrecker, which is not like the easiest thing to do. But regardless, our Palkia's lined up with it. They're going to chuck some swipes. We don't want them to catch. We also want to overfarm a bit. This Aqua Tail, no matter how many times debuffed we are, is going to take them out. The Zacian's basically dead. We get the Dragon Breath through, and bang, 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 GG's. You showed me a Rhyperior, I show you a win with this team comp. Next match, I'm showing you a Venusaur too, apparently. Hopefully I can still show you a win with this goddamn team comp. We're going to chuck a Sandsear Storm because we're going to get to it at, well, we're going to get to it as they get to the Frenzy. Obviously, we're winning CMP. We've got almost like a 2,000 elo on them, like 1,500. They then pivot, and this is my second favorite thing to run into an Open Master League these days. So many people are just feeling super comfortable save swapping Palkia because like it can even do decent damage to certain fairies with the Aqua Tail build up. But you know what fairy it can't do decent damage to? A water fairy, where you literally resist anything it can throw. Then our opponent decides to shield a Hydro Cannon, and I'm saying thank you, trainer, for the free shield, because I wasn't getting to another one, and that first one was not really going to do that much damage to you. But regardless, we've got the alignment we want. We also got them down to shields. I'm over farming just to be a tiny bit safe. I also don't have faith that Sandsear Storm's going to take out, so I was trying to go for a Stone Edge, but then they decide to pivot, and I throw a Stone Edge anyway. So we're going to land that. Bang, almost one-shot the Yveltal, one of the other newer, super popular, really good mons in the Open Master League meta. They're going to throw whatever their charge move is. We're going to Dragon Breath down. We left with some energy on Lando. So by any means, if Venu is able to take out our Palkia, Landorus has got this taken care of in the back. But regardless, water counters grass, Aqua Tail lands, bang, blammo. Shout out to your 3,000 CP Venusaur, and we're going to move on to the next one. Lando on, hey look, it's a Ghost Psychic type Necrozma. It's like I was speaking that thing into existence. Either way, we're going to throw ourselves a Sandsear Storm. We're just going to go straight this. Two of them basically take out with the mud shots that are adding up. So that's really cool. I decided to let this come through. Couldn't remember, to be completely honest with you. I think I just really didn't expect them to want to go Moongeist on a Landorus. But they were debuffed. Really cool pivot by them. This is another really popular thing these days that's looking delicioso for our team comp. Save swap the Yveltal. Save swap the Primarina. Yveltal can hit us a little bit better than, not the Primarina. We save swap the Primarina. I meant Palkia. Yveltal can hit us a little bit better than Palkia Origin can, but we still win in that matchup and keeping the alignment we want. I'm a greedy mofo and thankfully able to charm down. They pivot last second, recognizing they're not getting to their last move that they want. They come in there, I think that's a shiny Palkia Origin. We get off two disarming voices, and this was the perfect situation. We then match with our own Palkia. We're gonna shield. We know they can't get off an Aqua Tail and a Spatial. They decide to bait us because obviously that's gonna be their play. We're gonna throw our Aqua Tail here before they can build up any more energy. It almost takes out our last Dragon Breath, snipes it. Yveltal probably coming back in. Not Yveltal, the Necrozma, whatever Pokemon was alive with 1 HP. That match is over. Palkia cleans up a little bit of mess that was left, and we've got ourselves another dub. Into the next match, we want to make sure we're throwing on our proper timing against a 3-turn move with Geomancy. We've got our Landorus chucking these Sandsear Storms. We know how this plays out. We've played it before. Do I decide the shield here? I feel like I decided the shield at one point. I did. I was like, let me see if I can keep Landorus a little healthy here, just because they're staying in this, and we should be able to win these matchups regardless. So maybe their backline is weak. They decide to then shield and pivot into Palkia. We put it to rest. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I'm just like, oh, we win. Nice dubs. We take those, man. Any wins that, like, you know, just get the opponent at the top left before we even finish playing it out. Oh, chef's kiss. Can't ask for anything better than that. What's worse than that, though, is getting baited by a goddamn double resisted ground move when we're throwing the neutral rock move. Thankfully, 2 of our rock moves, regardless of the debuff, are going to take out. And now we're in a spot where we got to let this come through. And this is very obviously a Stone Edge. Hits a lot harder, but they decide to give up switch. And then I'm wondering if this is like a visual glitch because I'm charming their waterfall. And I'm like, interesting, Primarina waterfall is a choice, not a bad choice. This current meta, there are definitely some spots where, you know, that could prove valuable, but you can see the resisted on my end. It's not a visual glitch. They're running the waterfall. We're charming away. We chuck the Hydro Cannon. We're able to keep our shielding spots exactly where they are and get the alignment that we want. They come back in with their Landorus. We're going for that goddamn charm down. They let us charm down because they were greedy, bro. greedy, and their last mob would have beaten us. That was literally a match we should have lost, but we ended up winning. So shout out to their opponents for their plays, and just, remember, in life, in Pokemon Go, in every situation you could be a part of, don't be a greedy mofo. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Anyhow, thanks for watching the goddamn battles. I'm still kind of like, getting used to this casting thing that I'm trying to get out a video at least a couple times a week. If you enjoyed, thank you so much for watching as always. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It supports the content. Very good, usable meta team here. Highly recommend. Share with your friends, share with your mom, share with your family. And I will see you all in the next video. Peace.